For investigators, this is the hardest crash of all time for them. First of all, we have a crash over here of an IRA jet that was on approach onto that airport. Then we have a Golden Eagle that has just crashed for no apparent reason. Then we have a Blue Eagle plane spread out for a long width of the forest. We will first start off with the IRA. What we see in the IRA, we could tell that the tail probably flew off the plane as the nose slid across the ground. We can also tell that a piece of the bottom had slid off from the nose as it twirled, swinging a wing far. Swinging the wing almost into some trees. We could tell the impact was hard enough because there's a window you can barely see there, stuck in some trees. So what caused these crashes? So what caused this? No one knows. All we know is that the first thing on the wreckage, in the actual wreckage site, is the nose gear. The nose gear is right here, as you can see. And this area here is very busy because we have a lot of planes crossing over. That one was the new American Airlines with US Airways livery. And yeah, it's very noisy and busy here. So we have to work quick. All we know is that the nose smashed here. But as we investigate with the nose gear, we realize that one of the tires from the plane is missing. We sent out a $5,000 search for this exact tire. Please find it! But 2 days later, a person spots it, embedded in the dirt. Embedded in the dirt, just before the runway. Seems that the plane actually slammed here, busting this tire, and then rolled along, breaking off the nose gear, and then slid along, twisting and turning until the tail couldn't take it. The tail flips, and then the nose flips. Wing breaks, person dies. But what's funny is, the wing is right by the person's head. So that is very strange. So we have figured out what caused this. But we don't know if it's the real thing. But for now, we're going to move on to IRA, to the Golden Eagle. But something very funny as we cross from our NTSB lab, which is over here, going over here, we find the elevators, the pieces of the elevators, or the horizontal stabilizers that hold the plane, that make the plane go up and down. So, we study them. We tell that they were scratched off. But what could scratch them off? We continued walking, and then we went to our helicopter that flew us. We are sorry for what just happened. There was a wasp flying around, and yeah. Ah! So as we went in our helicopter, we flew and flew till we saw something very peculiar. We found the tail of the Blue Eagle, and then as we went toward it, we found the elevators as well. What are these doing here? I don't know. But as we went along to actually look for the crash of the IRA, we found this. Blue Eagle doesn't have this type of wheel, and neither does Golden Eagle. So whose wheel is this? It looks like IRA's, but we have to look to make sure. We looked on its wheel gate, tire, and it said belonging to IRA. We went along, we found the tail of the Golden Eagle, and then we found the engine of the IRA. What are these two pieces doing here? Nobody knows. But what we're thinking so far is very bad. So investigators think that this was all a collision. The IRA was flying toward this airport. So in this line here, right where the tail is, in this line is where the IRA would have been going. The Golden Eagle was going this way. So from these, the hell? So from those here is this line is where that was traveling. We also found out that the Blue Eagle was going here too, right along this line. So the lines would have been intersecting. So when we go for air traffic control for help, we actually see that their paths were intersecting. You can see here, the Golden Eagle was going up this way. And we found the crash site here. We also found the Blue Eagle going up this way. We found the crash site here. The IRA was going up here toward the airport, right about here. This is where we found the crash site. So many believe that the Blue Eagle collided with IRA. The IRA traveled along, probably destroyed something of the Golden Eagles, and then flew for a few more miles, then crashed. Same thing with the IRA, except it didn't intersect with the Golden Eagle. Another thing peculiar, we found that this here is the back of the Golden Eagle plane, and this is the front. So it was probably sliced in half as it was heading to its destination. So if we draw a diagram of what happened, this here is like the Golden Eagle, you could say. Golden Eagle. Like, this is the Golden Eagle. Had its gear out. Sorry, this is the wackest drawing ever. So it had its gear out, and like the Blue Eagle, I'm just trying to make it quick. Blue Eagle just sliced right underneath. This was not here at the time it hit the Golden Eagle. So this is the Blue Eagle. And this here was not there at the time that it hit the Golden Eagle. So maybe the wing of the Blue Eagle probably sliced just a little bit over the elevators, then slicing it in half as the plane spiraled out of control. Then with the IRA, sorry, wackest drawing ever again. Draw the engines, wackest drawing ever, sorry. So this is the IRA. And then the Blue Eagle just comes here. By this time it had its tail and everything. So Blue Eagle, stupid wind. Blue Eagle. It probably sliced right under the plane, taking off these pieces, the engine and the gear, all just barely slicing in to the fuselage, just as the elevator and the tail broke off. And then as the IRA flutters out of control, a Blue Eagle glides on just as it starts going down. It glides on forward, and then the Golden Eagle comes here, slices through here. Blue Eagle didn't have that. B-E. There. Slices right through with its wing. Then as it turns out of control, it slices that too. And then goes on forward. Yep, that makes sense.